get you. We're gonna need that shit. That's funny. Woo! Hey family. This is ESP. I'm here with Double V from IAS Live Music Review. And we are just chilling and chatting this afternoon and enjoying the vibes. How are you, beautiful ladies? Sister.
All right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm terrific. Now sitting with you. I've wanted to do this interview for a long time, so bear with me. Because you know, our theme for season 4 is ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Okay.
However, there is nothing ordinary about IAS. There's nothing ordinary about Double V. And I have a partner in the background. Engineer, let him know you're
Engineer in the building.
First of all, if you've never heard of IAS Live Music Review, you better jump on Instagram, and I'm going to have Double V tell you about that right up front because it's the dopest show you're ever going to watch. And
He said this is garbage. I expected more from you. And he was referencing the hook because there was some singing and stuff on it or whatever may have you. And at that point, I was just like, yeah, you like the first person ever to tell me that. So let me go find out what a couple more other people got to say besides the ones that have already heard it. And I needed that opinion from people outside of my team because usually the people that of course are on your team are telling you, yeah, sounds good, okay. So I did that and there was a consensus about the song. And the consensus was, yeah, the hook was fucked up. Okay? So at that rate, Alright, so after that, it just, you know, the wheels started spinning. Alright, he's saying, I could do that. I could definitely give people honest feedback about music because I love music so much. And I'm so very fond of just different sounds, just overall. So, I went to a couple of people about the idea because I just needed a space. I needed a space to do it from. I'm not an online individual where I always grab my phone and I need to be live. You know, some people just need to be live for everything. They wipe in their, I almost cursed. They wiping themselves on the toilet and they need to communicate that with you 7:30 in the morning.
yes, you need to know what their breakfast is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, seriously. So I wasn't that type of individual, so I knew I needed some support with regards to, again, place, facilitating, help with the program. And I went to a couple of people, and the end result was when I went to I Cree You Free. Shout out to Joey Harris, the founder. She was definitely, she liked the idea, she was open to it, and she said that I could use her facilities to do that. Okay. And that whenever I wanted to do it, I could begin.
And what is I Cree You Free? I Cree You Free for the audience.
It's an acronym for I Create, You Appreciate.
Oh, wow.
And that's the parent company for IAS Live Music Review.
Okay.
They're an LLC. And
do they do the same thing?
It's a multimedia production company. So they do facilitate other programs. They have they do television programming. They do videography, editing, events, concerts. So
wow, that's a full spectrum thing. So now we have this show.
Yes.
And we're the ones doing the balancing act as to what's good, what's not good. So how does that work?
So it definitely is a big difference from the show I was talking about because in this field we let the people speak. We let the people determine what they like, to tell us what they like, what they don't like, and what they appreciate. There are plenty of times where I can be, you know, I'm on the platform, I'm hosting. I may not like the song personally, but if you have 10, 15, 20 people in the room all saying the same thing, then it's pretty much a good bet that that song for the masses or for, you know, the general, you know, population, that it's going to be a hit. It's a likable tune. So again, when the people speak and you let others dictate for themselves what they like, that makes the biggest difference overall.
Okay.
And especially when we're talking about artistry and music.
So
when you go to the website, we actually have a form.
oh, okay.
So everything is there. You just fill it out, follow the instructions, your name, your artist name, your social media links, and then there's a field for you to upload a video and your MP3.
Okay.
Then that goes on the list.
So
Right.
There's a list.
There's a list.
There's a
because
list.
we offer free play and we offer immediate play. And the difference between our program and a lot of other programs are charging these artists like $60,
yeah,
$80, $90 to play a song for almost a minute and a half or sometimes even 30 seconds. And then then you have the host telling the crowd what they like instead of the people, right, saying what they like. So on our program, yeah, you submit your show, you submit your song. If you want free play, you're gonna stand in line. Make sure you follow our links to our social media, and that's all it takes. Because we do understand that some artists, you know, they have budgets, but you know, they need to spend it, you know, in certain places, and sometimes a review show is not where they feel they need to spend it. But then you have other artists who understand the importance of knowing what other people outside of their team think, so they go immediate play. $5, we have the $5 immediate play, which is absolutely, if you ask me, I still think that's kind of free, right? Because that's a great
$5
deal.
is nothing to be pushed to the front.
Absolutely.
But here's what is really special about the whole vibe of the show. It's not only that I'm going to send this in and you're going to have people review it.
Right.
She actually has guests on that are industry professionals and are pertinent to what's happening on the show. So not only are you being heard on a broad spectrum from other people who are listening, you could be heard by she had Amadeus, a producer, on the other day, and you have like stars. We've had
Amadeus. We had Amadeus who graced the cover of the IAS publication, absolutely, and gave a personal interview. Q&A exclusively for us for the publication. As far as coming on the show, he hasn't been on the show yet, but we are working on it. But we've had hint Amadeus. But we've had some very extraordinary people on our program.
Yes.
And they're so valuable to the artists. And we provide access to the people that are on the show.
Right,
so it just doesn't stop there at the review. The artists can connect with our affiliates that are on the website. We have DJs. We send, you know, after a few shows, of course, we take the songs that everybody likes, everybody loves, and we compile a list. Then we send that list out to DJs who are doing their own thing on their own platform. Some of the DJs, our affiliates, have their own radio stations, are on other people's radio stations. They're playing in lounges, clubs, arenas. So it's just more exposure for the artists.
There's so many levels. So family, if you have that song that you wrote and you've had it in the studio for a minute and you just haven't finished it up, get it finished and send it in to IAS Live Music Review, and let's see what they have to say, because what I'm about to talk about next is an interesting way of having your music viewed. After we come back in a minute, stay with us. This is ESP Speaks. I'm talking to Double V at IAS Music Review. Be back in a second.
Hey, what's up? It's Sunshine, and you're listening to all the independent artists on IAS Music Review live. y'all need to give it a program at iasmusicsubmit@gmail.com.
Peace. Y'all are definitely in the building. What's going on, people? This is the IAS Live Music Review. You are now rocking with us live and direct. VVIKED, your host, and of course, the one and the only Ladybug in the
I'm not mad at
She ain't mad at you, and we love you, okay? And of course, right here, yeah. Do you not see it? Take your glasses off, right? You might wanna clear up your vision.
Wow.
We see you in the building on Instagram. Yeah, Mr. L.A. Sunshine. Nah, not no boxing ring and no TKOs tonight. Maybe. There might be.
Yeah.
It just might be. Ladybug.
Sitting here talking to Double V. We're in the vibe here. We're talking about this show that she has called
IAS Live Music Review. Like Love It or Lose It.
Love It or Lose It. Okay, see, that's what we gonna roll right into that.
Like
because
Love It or Lose It, baby.
this show is a favorite of mine. You got a couple of them, but this show is a favorite of mine. When you send your stuff in, you have people all over the world listening to your stuff.
Yes.
Send it in. You pay $5. You move it to the front of the list. Your peoples are listening to this, but outside of that, because they're going to tell you your stuff is dope and it might suck, you got real people listening to your music. You might have a producer sitting right here who something will click and then you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So send it on in. But talk to us about Like, Love It or Lose It.
All right, so it's simple. You listen to a song, and you know, music is subjective. So we believe that there's a space for everybody. Somebody on this planet is going to like your song, okay? It might not be 10,000 people. It might not be 2 million, but you might get 5 people.
It might even suck, but somebody's
Right,
gonna love
but
it.
somebody's gonna like that song somehow, somewhere. But the Like, Love It or Lose It is us asking our guests and our live audience to tell us what they like, but they have to choose. It's not enough to say, you know, you have some programs that'll be like, you know, is it a 5, is it a 4, is it a 10? No. Do you like it? Do you love it? Or lose it?
Well, how do they do this?
Well, you have to listen to the song. And after listening to the song, I mean, of course, we're talking about quality. There are many factors that come in when you're listening to a song. But we're talking about normal, everyday people. Normal, everyday people are not thinking about the mix and the acoustics and the delays and the reverbs and the mix down and the mastering. They're not thinking about that. They either like the song when they hear it, or they're gonna turn it off, or they absolutely love it and they want to hear the song again and again and again and again. So that's what we're asking our listeners to do. Tell us if you like Love It or Lose It. And of course, my co-host Ladybug, she will definitely let you know. And for the most part, I really haven't seen Ladybug not like a song at all, because she's just, you know, she embraces it all. But you know, if she doesn't like stuff, she definitely gonna let you know. Ladybug is her own entity, okay? I said it plenty of times on the show. I personally do not know what is wrong with the lady. I have no idea, but we do know something is going on. We just don't know exactly what it is to this day.
But she's fun to watch.
Absolutely, no. She makes the show absolutely fun. She has great input. If you're really listening to her, if you really listen to the feedback that she gives, the lady is in tune with music. And she knows her music history. So she's you know, aside from that, but she brings the fun and the humor to the show that we all need, because as artists we take our music very seriously.
Yes.
Very, very, very serious. So sometimes we need to, you know, laugh a little, let loose, break it down. Listen, you can make 20 songs. If you think that all 20 songs are going to be liked by someone, then you are living in a fictitious world, and maybe you need to go into another field. It's not going to happen. Out of 20 songs, listen, major artists will record 50, 80, 100 songs and choose 10.
10, if that much.
If
But
that.
you know what? You hit on something very, very poignant. I've watched your show on many occasions. It's one of my favorite.
Yes, you have tuned in.
shows, and
You've given your
I like
opinion.
love, and I've beat
You've
up
lost some
people.
stuff. You're like, oh no,
Yeah.
lose it.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. I notice, because you have a lot of repeat people,
Mm-hmm.
and on so many levels that's great, because you have some people that come in and their stuff really was bad, and they come back and they come back and they come back, and you can see the progressive development,
Yes.
which is great. And then you have some people who really are a little bit too sensitive. Don't be sensitive here. It's okay. It's a forum for you to learn.
Yes.
It's a forum for you to get your stuff out there. But you got some people that are just a little in their feelings
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
Every time they come on,
And it's okay.
you know,
it's okay.
It's a bit much.
It's all right. It's okay.
Is it
we
really?
welcome. Listen, we welcome everybody to the show. We need people. I mean, nobody wants a soldier, a wind-up soldier, that you do what the host says, you do what we ask you to do. No, that's not what we want. We want people who think for themselves, who have their own opinions, of course, but who are also going to be realistic. So yeah, you have those people that come in, or repeat artists, that have listened to the advice that our guests have given them. They've applied it to their artistry, and they see that it works. So they send us that music because they want us to, again, hear the progression, hear the development. So that's great. Then you have those that time and time again, they keep sending it because we did, and it's not us, it's the people. It's the people. They didn't like the song, so you send another song. Made in the same studio, same engineer, same producer. What do you think is going to happen? Sounding exactly the same.
And
then you get the same result.
response.
Right. So
Wow.
we have plenty of situations like that. And you know, some of them, you know, I mean, we haven't gotten anything too serious yet because we're not rude and disrespectful. But we are going to tell the truth. And if the truth is something that you cannot handle, then you have the rest of the internet to indulge in, because the rest of the internet does that, you know.
So V, you've been doing this for a while now. It's a really great show.
Thank you.
What is the one, I mean there are many, but what is the one piece of advice that you could tell them about their music when they send it in, and how to fine tune it, how to make it the best possible piece that they can send in? What is the one thing that musician in the audience should know?
Well, you need to know that wherever you go, if you spend time in the studio and you put time in, then more than likely the result is going to be more of a positive one than negative. I say that to say some people be like, they get to the studio and they write the rhyme right there, and then they go record within an hour, and then they think they're done. And then they take that music and they start sending it out. If there's advice that I'm going to give, I'm going to tell you, take your time and put the time into the song. Each and every song takes time. You have to have a good mix. You have to have a good master. You have to have a good composition from the gate. No matter what genre or what discipline it is, you have to take your time on it. I'm not saying spend forever. And I understand that some of us artists can be perfectionists, and it can, you know, something always has to get, you know, fixed, so we can always do something to it. But going in there for an hour and writing your rhyme on the spot and then spitting it and thinking you done, that's
Biggie,
you're misleading
you ain't,
yourself.
okay?
Yeah, you're misleading yourself.
And guys, it's a discipline, like she said. If this is important to you, you're going to take the time to do what's needed to get it done right. So listen, I want to get in a couple of things before we move further, because there's so much more to talk about. This wonderful t-shirt, and they can't see the back. I'm going to turn it up.
Okay, you see the IAS? You see it?
So where did you get this?
The design is by Jay Gibson, again printed by Mr. Willie Dynamite. Oh yes, the hat, yes, the hat.
Well, we were getting to the hat.
Yeah,
I'm about steal the hat when I leave.
So right now, we're in the process of building the store on IAS Live Music Review's website.
Awesome.
So it's coming soon, but in the interim, we have the product. You can always email us at iaslivmusicreview@gmail.com. You can put in the subject, I want a shirt, send me my shirt or whatever. Tell us the size, tell us the color you want. We have it in multiple.
Oh yeah, what colors?
We have multiple colors: blue, red, white, black.
Are they on the site?
We're getting them on the site.
We're
working on the
one
store.
on the site?
I'm sorry?
Is there one on the site that they can see?
As of this taping, not then, but by the time this tape goes up, it damn sure will be. Okay. So, sweatshirts are coming, hoodies are coming because it's winter time here in the city.
Awesome. Wow.
So yeah, we have the merch. And of course, again, we're building the store on the website. Should be coming up soon for the website.
Might I suggest a Scully, instead of it saying no thanks, it can say IAS.
Scully's coming soon.
I like that.
Okay, Scully's coming soon. All right, to a phone and a laptop.
Because I want all your gear. Come
all
on.
right.
All right.
I'm not even mad at it.
All right.
IAS Live Music Review.
Live Music Review.
Yes.
IAS Live Music Review.
Yes.
Get your stuff in. When does it come on?
So the show, we're live every other Wednesday, starting at 7:30, right? But the show is cut and edited for television, and that airs every Thursday on TV, starting at 8:30 p.m.
What channel are we on?
Engineer?
Optimum and Verizon. Optimum channel 68, Verizon channel 34.
There you go.
Optimum 68, Verizon 34.
Yes.
And suppose I don't have.
You go to the website.
Oh, you can go to
BronxNet.
bronxnet.org, and you can stream it there every Thursday
Well,
around
listen,
the world.
when I grow up, I want to be just like you, okay?
What?
All right? But there's more. But we're going to take a quick break. We're with Double V of IAS Music Review.
IAS Live Music Review.
And we're keeping that. All right. Be back in a second.
This is another immediate play. This is by Lena Lee.
I don't get mad, bitch. I'm a big star. Big ready, big bag, big steady. Get lit, get ready, get ready. Get lit, get ready, big ready. Get lit, but I'm always on my shit though. Yeah, bitch, spit, I don't need no info. You talk hot, I'ma pull up at your front door. You don't want no smoke, don't panic.
You like Love It or Lose It, Joe?
I love it.
You love it. All right. Big ready, big ready. Keep it steady, big ready.
Yeah.
All right, yo, that was Lena Lee. She's out of Brooklyn. Okay, the BK. All right, so these are 14-year-olds. They're in freshmen in high school. They produce the beat themselves, and they're rhyming on it. Let's go. Let us know if you guys like Love It or Lose It. Y'all gonna give some feedback in the comment section. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Okay, I don't know what you think we're here for. Okay. Right. I don't know what you think we're here for. All right, let's go.
I gotta get to the bag and don't stop me. Passing a girlie, you know she a thotty. All of these people, they keep moving wacky. Call up my sister, you know she gon' copy. The bitch should be flexing and used to be bad, did you throw me away? I see all of my beds, I need personal space like damn. How you expect me to be my own man? Do me to the curb, I get you to the can. I treat you better than all of my friends. So how you gon' act like I'm not one of them? Treat me so bad, making me mad. Like the niggas never knew that you had.
All right, what y'all think about that?
14.
These are the youngins, yeah. 14 years old. Absolute room to grow. Absolutely. Give a round of applause. That's audience member. What's your name, audience member? What the hell? Yeah. No, pouring her heart out here.
She's about to go into detail.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Have to stress to you guys, understand that there is a bigger market outside of the United States. So that may be here in the States or even in this region. You may go to a different part of the States and that's not the sound that they feeling. You may go to the UK and it's something different. You go to mainland China, Japan, you go to Switzerland, Denmark. It's a whole different thing and there's space for everybody. Okay.
Just the way they was able to just know what to do on a beat.
Yeah, and
like
then
that.
you heard like the echo or the reverb on it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
sounds-
And
it
then
sounds
the bring
great
back.
for a
Yeah.
We're back. And that clip was dope. And we're with Double V and Engineer. Engineer, where you at? Where you at? Look at Engineer. That's so cute. Okay, so there's more than just IAS Live.
IAS Live Music Review.
IAS Live Music Review. There's more than just that. She has this new show that cracks me up. because I cannot believe people get stuck in the way they get stuck. Tell us about bars.
All right, whose bar is it? Whose bar is it? Okay, it is one of my favorite shows. IAS Live Music Review, of course, is my baby. But whose bar is it?
Why can't anybody get through this show?
I have a hard time getting through the show, okay? Listen, okay, so we have bars from artists, known artists, and we're talking about songs that have charted. We're not talking about any underground records that nobody's ever heard. And we pick a couple of lines, we say the lines, and we give away money. So the idea is if you can answer all the questions.
Hold on. She tries to give away money. Because in all the time that I've watched this show, nobody gets it
Nobody
right.
has.
She was begging to give away money.
Yeah, nobody has won a dime yet. And
Wow.
we have the money.
Break it down.
All right, so we have, we start off with at least 5 artists. You have to get the first 5 correct to move on. So we start with 5 artists, and we have 5 different bars from 5 different artists. We tell you the bars, and you have 10 seconds to tell us either the name of the song or the name of the artist.
All right, wait.
That's it.
Give them an example.
All right, okay. All right, you ready?
And you don't test me.
No, let's take. All right. So let me test the audience member. Can I test the audience member? Come on, ESP.
Good.
No,
Good.
okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you an easy one. You ready? No. Are you gonna guess the bar? Are you gonna tell me?
Well,
All right. Okay. All right. You ready? All right. I got a frog, a dog with a solid gold bone.
Special ed.
All right. Okay, so we got the audience. Okay. No. You're not even on camera, audience.
The game is whose bar is it? So we have 5 artists. We have 5 bars. We're going to give you bars. You got 10 seconds for each bar. Tell us either who the artist is or the name of the song.
Okay.
So if you get all 5, you get your 5. We're going to give you your money. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. I got a frog, a dog with a solid gold bone.
Master Ace.
Nope. I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too.
Tupac.
You ready?
Go.
He got a pocket full of rubbers and his homeboys do too.
I know this shit, man.
I know you know it.
It's yours.
I'm sure.
All right, so with all of these shows and everything, you've got a tremendous run. You've got a tremendous energy. What's next? What's new? What can we do outside that's more for IAS Live Music Review?
I got just one thing on my mind. I got just one thing on my mind. So thinking mine, that's just stacking all this bread. Ain't gon' never be no bail. I'm always 10 steps up ahead. And every day I'm hustling up and down all this city blocks. I'm the one you gotta check when you coming through to make a drop. I'm living a life, I'm doing things that you could only dream. Yeah, taxis, runways, jets, streams. Wait, stay lit, stay live. Yeah, 24/7, 365. Just so thinking mine, that's just stacking all this bread. Ain't gon' never need no bail, I'm always 10 steps up ahead. I got just one thing on my mind. I got just one thing on my mind. I ain't never made a meal that I couldn't keep. I ain't never need a bag when I'm in the streets. I got a cage in the chamber in the vault with a chest full of change for the birds and the bees. And see you through to the end. Tomorrow do it again. Cause everything is everything. No, we gon' do it to the end. I got just one thing in mind. That's just stacking all this bread. Ain't gon' never need no bail. I'm always 10 steps up ahead. I got just one thing on my mind. I got just one thing on my mind.
We're talking to Double V, who's browsing through her own magazine, which is a dope thing to say anyway. So she, for me, is one of the, I can't even say ordinary people, because there's nothing ordinary about her. There's nothing ordinary about the company. There's nothing ordinary about IAS. They're extraordinary, and I love being here, and I thank you so much for sitting with me and letting me come into your domain. And is there anything that you want to say to the family before we leave about anything?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, for being here, for doing what you do, of course. I want to definitely give a shout out to Ladybug, all right, in the building.
Ladybug.
Fabulous co-host, engineer, of course, IQ Pre LLC, and of course 969 Productions, our sponsors. And of course to all the artists and the creatives out there, keep pushing, doing what you do. Your network equals your net worth. So just make sure you guys are getting outside of the lab, networking and touching base with other people. Don't be selfish. There are other artists that have a lot of work that they're doing, and if you network, you can find your next collaboration, your next gig, your next job, your next paying job. So it really is about just touching base with each other.
That was deep. That was deep. Especially that little tagline about network and, say it again?
Your network equals
your
net
net
worth.
worth. That is so deep. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, family, it has been wonderful seeing you once again. Please join IAS Live Music Review. Go to Instagram, click like. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe. Hit on Facebook, hit like. And check out their new magazine at their website. Come on in on Wednesday nights. Remember, we're here for you. Send us your suggestions. I love you. Thank you for being here. This is ESP, and remember, you are not ordinary. You're extraordinary. We'll see you next time on ESP Speaks.